So here's a question I want you to sit with for just a second. When things in your business aren't working, when you're stuck or stalled or just spinning, whatever, what do you do? Because for most of the entrepreneurs that I work with, the answer is the same. They add more, right? More content, more offers, a new strategy, a new system, another planning session, another list. And I get it. I've done it, guilty. It feels productive. It feels like you're solving a problem. But a lot of the time, the adding more in is actually the problem. So this month, we're going to do a little series. We're going to talk about having permission to simplify. And today, we're not solving anything yet. We're just naming it. Before you can fix something, you have to be honest about what's actually happening. So let's talk about overcomplication, what it is, what it looks like, and what it's actually costing you. Okay, what overcomplication looks like. I want to give you a few real patterns because it doesn't always look like chaos. Sometimes overcomplication can look like being really, really, really busy. Okay. You replan instead of execute. The strategy's never quite ready. There's always one more thing to figure out before you start. Mm. Everything feels equally urgent. This is the one that usually gets me. Your list has 20 things on it and they all feel like they need to happen today. So instead of picking one, you kind of touch all of them and finish nothing. You're adding new ideas before you finish old ones. Ooh, new tool, new offer, new content. Shiny object syndrome is real. It's just overcomplication with a pretty new thing, right? Maybe you feel busy but not productive. Lots of motion, right? Lots of motion going on, lots of actions happening, but not a lot of forward movement. You end the day exhausted, but you can't really point to what you accomplished. And maybe the biggest one, you're waiting to feel ready. You're waiting for clarity before you take action. But guess what? Clarity doesn't come before the action. It comes because of the action. So what is it costing you? We underestimate this, I think, a lot. Every time you overcomplicate something, you spend a lot of time you don't have. You make decisions that drain your energy before you even get to the work that actually needs to be done. You start things you don't finish, and then your brain uses that as evidence that something's wrong with you. Here's what that does over time. It kills your confidence. Quietly, slowly, because you keep telling yourself you'll feel better once you have a better plan, a clearer strategy, more information, and the cycle just continues. The cost of overcomplication isn't just a messy to-do list. It's the version of your business and yourself that never quite gets to show up. Why is simplicity harder than it sounds? Simplifying is not the easy path, for sure not. Deciding what matters means deciding what doesn't, and that's uncomfortable. It means saying no to things that are really good ideas. It means trusting that one focused action is worth more than 10 scattered ones. It means tolerating the uncertainty of not doing everything. And that's hard. I know because I do it too. But it's also where everything starts to move. Every client I worked with who finally made real progress, it wasn't because they added a better strategy. It was because they stopped trying to run 10 strategies at once and committed to just one. Just commit to one. So what's happening this month? Here's where we're going. This week 1, we are naming the problem. We're just holding up this mirror. And if you see yourself in any of what I just described, it's not a failure. Now you're aware. And awareness is where everything can start. Next week, we're going to reframe this whole thing because simplicity isn't giving up. It's actually the clearer, braver, more sophisticated choice. Leonardo da Vinci said that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And I believe he was onto something. Then we're going to talk about the actual path, the framework I use with my clients to cut through the swirl and find the one thing that matters most right now. And by the end of the month, you're going to have an invitation, a way to actually work with this support. But we start here today with this honest question: where are you making it harder than it needs to be? Think about that this week. And if you're ready to stop spinning, I'll see you next week. Have a great day.